See how happy everyone is? Everyone's dancing, playing music, chopping fish heads.
I can tell this has a happy ending already. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to PlayStation Underground. On today's show, What Remains of Edith Finch, and I am joined by Justin, my friend and colleague. Hello, sir.
Hey there.
This room smelled very, very familiar.
That's funny.
That part of him lived on.
Yeah.
So we are playing the gorgeous, narrative-based What Remains of Edith Finch from Giant Sparrow, correct?
That's right. Yeah, we wanted to shine a light on a game that some folks might have missed, but we really think deserves some attention. So if it's all right, I'm just going to go ahead and dive into Lewis's story here. This is Edith Finch's brother, Lewis, and we're going to find out what happened to him in life and how he died.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Okay, so I got to chop some fish heads off here.
Okay, looks like Lewis.
He kept working at the cannery.
Worked at a cannery.
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
And you'll see here that things start to get a little more interesting. So now I'm using the right stick to move the hand around and chop the fish heads off, but then I can use the left stick to move around here.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then
so I'm having to navigate this labyrinth while I'm chopping these fish heads off.
Bats.
This seems like how I envision my workday as well.
So yeah, I really wanted to highlight this part of the game because this was actually the first experience that I had with this game. Before it came out, I got to play a preview build, and this impressed me so much that it just instantly got me interested in What Remains of Edith Finch. So I wanted to kind of share that with some other folks here too.
Yeah, this is one of the best things
I had hoped he'd find himself.
About gaming is when we get a little experimental, when we start to push the boundaries of what is a game, what is interactive, what is story, and
check out the lighting on that door as you move around.
That's fantastic. But I can't just stop staring at the fish.
But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
You got to manage multiple things at once here. It gets tricky.
Now, is there a fail state if you let the fish pile up too far?
I actually haven't tried it. You
right,
want to sit here for 10 minutes? And we can find out.
Don't fail.
Tireless, focus. Like a whole new Lewis.
So yeah, What Remains of Edith Finch is as you can tell, it's a very narrative-driven experience. It is a game that, if you decide to check this out, I would recommend trying to play through it in one sitting if you can. It takes, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 hours to get through the whole game. But it's very powerful. It's a great story, and I think that it's well served by being played straight through in one shot. Can I pet the dog? Oh no, I can't pet the dog!
You can interact with
it. Okay, fine.
Game over. No dog petting.
I'm going to need a patch deployed stat.
Lewis-topia.
That's pretty fun.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Yeah, everybody's dancing.
That's how I dance also.
This is a happy story.
I sure hope so, Justin, because this couldn't possibly devolve into something that's pulls at the heartstrings.
Not at all.
No.
See how happy everyone is? Everyone's dancing, playing music, chopping fish heads.
I can tell this has a happy ending already.
Yep.
Because what imaginary parade with dead fish ends
no longer spoke at the
on a better note.
But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor.
I love this part.
And he won.
Nice little throwback there.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
Okay, I'm gonna need some co-host participation for this upcoming part here.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna help me decide which fork I take.
Okay.
Which path I go.
Is there a
down.
wrong choice, Justin?
Not in the game, but to me there is.
Okay. Conquer a city.
New Louisville.
New Louisville. Okay. Okay. What's next?
St. Louis.
St. Louis. Yep. Makes sense.
He started drifting
This is
away
beautiful.
from our reality.
Another fish.
Minneapolis.
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 Home from the cannery.
Oh, jeez.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
So you can see this actually kind of blends whimsy with some fairly serious subject matter
absolutely.
here.
Oh, and you can see the
Okay,
Louis
okay, which way are we
Okay.
going?
He heard rumors of a
handsome queen, I guess.
handsome queen.
I didn't actually know what I was doing.
The queen was on her own quest for...
Sinister serpents.
Okay. Sinister serpents.
Is she gonna
it
kill them or harvest them? I must know.
Not really sure, actually.
Let's find out. Oh goodness.
Oh, don't
Oh
run into
goodness.
them.
Yep. Don't touch them. Serpents.
Huh.
Never a good idea to touch. You should observe them from a safe distance.
Do not
I like
antagonize the
sound of
serpents.
her.
Electric guitar.
Electric sitar,
Sitar.
even better.
Absolutely.
Sitars are so
Electric
rad.
sitar.
So anybody who is familiar with Giant Sparrow may have played their earlier game, The Unfinished Swan. I was a huge fan of that game, so I was automatically interested in this one. But yeah, it wasn't until playing this section of the game that I kind of had a more clear idea about what it was going to be like, how it was going to play, some of the ideas that it was going to present. So
Oh,
really,
you can't even see the cannery anymore at this point.
His imagination.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see that Lewis's imagination is kind of taken over here.
Is that the handsome queen?
I think so.
Okay.
But
What-
he
Or
was so
maybe
proud
the
of having
handsome
created
queen
it.
servant. Oh, check this out.
Oh my goodness. Justin,
his
it works
own
on so
eyes,
many
He's
levels.
become something greater than a king.
Oh, what is going on, dude? It's too early in the day that we're recording this for my mind to be blown this hard.
So we're actually getting close to the end of the segment here, so I will say that let's go ahead and do our outro now, and then when the segment ends, we will end the episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see the fate of Lewis and his kingdom, please, you can get What Remains of Edith Finch available now on PS4. Justin, thank you so much for joining us and showing us this beautiful and intriguing game.
Thank you. And if you have any interest in narrative storytelling experiences, I would highly recommend that you check out What Remains of Edith Finch on PlayStation 4.
And we'll see you next time on PlayStation Underground.
PlayStation